Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating topic. Is Buddhism just a branch of Hinduism? Stay tuned as we explore their similarities, differences, and deep philosophical roots. Buddhism and Hinduism. Two great philosophical streams of humanity, religion in general, and Buddhism along with Hinduism in particular, are vast oceans of knowledge, where even if one dedicates an entire lifetime or even multiple lifetimes to studying them, it would be difficult to uncover every hidden corner. Both of these religions have histories spanning thousands of years, with countless sects and sub-branches, each containing profound philosophies and unique practices. This article does not aim to cover everything, but rather focuses on core points, providing an overview of these two great religions. What is presented here is the result of years of research and cross-referencing from various academic sources, with the hope of offering the most objective perspective. If there are any inaccuracies or omissions, I hope to receive guidance from knowledgeable individuals. What do famous figures say about Buddhism and Hinduism? Mahatma Gandhi. The essential teachings of the Buddha have become an integral part of Hinduism because Shakyamuni was a Hindu among Hindus. He never rejected Hinduism, but instead expanded its foundation, giving it new vitality. Alan Watts. Buddhism is Hinduism stripped for export. Ananda Kumaraswamy. The more superficially one studies Buddhism, the more it seems distinct from Hinduism. But the deeper one delves, the harder it is to distinguish the boundaries between these two religions. Buddhism. A journey from oral tradition to scriptures. Hinduism does not have a specific founder, but is instead a stream of thought that has evolved over millennia. In contrast, Buddhism has a clear historical founder, Siddhartha Gautama, also known as Shakyamuni Buddha. According to tradition, he was born around 624 BCE in a small kingdom near the Nepal-India border and passed away in 544 BCE. After the Buddha entered nirvana, it took about 400 years for his teachings to be recorded as scriptures. Before that, monastic communities relied solely on oral tradition, a powerful transmission method, but one that also carried the risk of changes over time. This raises an important question. Do the scriptures we have today fully and accurately reflect the original teachings of the Buddha, or have they been altered over time? Due to this, Buddhism did not remain a singular school of thought, but developed into multiple branches. The three major traditions of Buddhism today are Theravada, Southern Buddhism, Mahayana, Northern Buddhism, and Vajrayana, Tibetan Buddhism. Each tradition further divides into various sects, each with its own approach to enlightenment. Yet, no matter how different they are, they all aim toward the same ultimate truth. Just as hundreds of rivers flow into the ocean, the vast ocean of truth does not reject any stream. The crucial matter is not which path is right or wrong, but rather which path suits an individual best, helping them attain wisdom and liberation. The time of Shakyamuni Buddha's birth was also a period of great development for Hinduism, along with the rise of ascetic schools such as Jainism, Ajivika, Ajnana, and Karvaka, philosophies that lean toward materialism or extreme asceticism. In this context, Prince Siddhartha Gautama discovered a new path, the middle way, Majjhima Patipada, one that neither indulged in material pleasures nor subjected the body to severe mortification in pursuit of enlightenment. Born into luxury and raised amidst royal splendor, at the age of 29, Gautama renounced everything to embark on a spiritual journey. Over the next 6 years, he studied under two renowned teachers of the time, mastering rigorous practices such as deep meditation and advanced yoga techniques. However, even after attaining profound meditative states, he remained unsatisfied. A lingering question persisted. What is the ultimate truth? What is true liberation? From this, some argue that Buddhism is superior to Hinduism, reasoning that if Hindu methods were sufficient, why did Gautama not attain enlightenment through them? However, this argument is superficial and lacks depth. To answer this question, several factors must be considered. What exactly did Gautama's two teachers teach? Did they represent the entirety of Hinduism? To what extent did Gautama absorb their teachings? Was the method itself ineffective, or was it simply not suited to his spiritual disposition? What if Gautama had encountered a different teacher with a different approach? Would the outcome have changed? Have other practitioners of Hinduism attained enlightenment? If so, then the issue does not lie in the method itself, but rather in the individual practitioner. The most reasonable conclusion is this: the path Gautama pursued may not have been suitable for him, but it could very well be appropriate for others. Buddhism, a branch of Hinduism. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha spent 45 years traveling to spread his teachings. At that time, Hinduism was the dominant religion in the Nepal-India region. Therefore, it is not surprising that Buddhism carries many influences from Hinduism. If Hinduism were an ancient tree, then Buddhism would be one of its branches extending outward, growing in a new direction. In other words, Hinduism can be seen as the mother, and Buddhism as one of its children. However, this child did not remain identical to the mother, but instead found its own path, a unique approach to helping people escape suffering and the cycle of rebirth. Buddhism does not deny the value of Hinduism. Rather, it emerged from within that foundation, where the Buddha refined, filtered, and opened a new path to liberation, one that was more suitable for his era and for humanity in the future. Buddhism and Hinduism. Similarities and differences. Similarities, both teach about the illusory nature of the material world, Maya. Both believe in karma and reincarnation, samsara. The ultimate goal of both religions is liberation. Both emphasize that ignorance, craving, and attachment are the root causes of suffering. Both promote compassion, nonviolence, vegetarianism, and meditation. Both use Sanskrit in their scriptures. Differences: concept of God. Hinduism has the concept of Brahman, an invisible, supreme entity, whereas Buddhism does not acknowledge a creator deity and instead emphasizes non-self, anatta. Caste system. Hinduism upholds the Varna, caste system, whereas Buddhism advocates for absolute equality. Practice methods. Hinduism offers multiple paths such as bhakti, devotion, jnana, wisdom, karma, action, and raja yoga, meditation, while Buddhism emphasizes the Noble Eightfold Path. Conclusion. Despite their differences, both religions guide people toward ultimate truth. If Hinduism is a vast tree with many branches, then Buddhism is one of those branches that has grown strong and spread across the world, illuminating the path for millions. The important issue is not to debate which religion is more correct, but rather to find the path most suitable for oneself in the journey toward enlightenment and liberation. The Buddha once taught, "Do not believe anything simply because you have heard it. Experience it for yourself, reflect on it, and only believe when you find it truly right." Every path can lead to enlightenment. What matters is how you practice. Thank you for joining this journey through this topic of Hinduism and Buddhism. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on spirituality and self-discovery.